I promised myself to never cross the North Sea wintertime again to attend the Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival on Shetland, as this have put me in harm's way more than once on earlier passages. It's now been 3 years since last time. The festival goes off the last Tuesday in January. As the date closed in, I couldn't resist watching the weather reports. To my surprise, there was a slight 40-hour weather window to let me over the 200 nautical miles passage before a huge storm hit the islands. I had a bad feeling, but the spirit of adventure is often more convincing than being rational. I had to give it a go. Only one more time.
Okay, so we are ready to leave. Are you coming, Silja?
No.
No, why not?
Why do you think?
Okay, so ready to go for Shetland. It's early.
It's in the middle of 9. No, it's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock now in the morning, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start that early to get to Shetland in time. This is the absolute last chance to reach the festival. Yeah. So let's go. All right, see you soon.
Be careful.
I will. Bye bye.
Bye! Du skal vekke I uka. Ja, bare hold din tur, det er det viktigste. She survived!
She survived.
So here we go again, probably against all common sense as usual.
Okay, so we are on our way, and we're just gonna fill some diesel first, top the tanks, and then we are really on the way.
It's a selfish thing to do, putting stress on my loved ones, to feed my own crave for adventure. I admire Silja for putting up with all of this, but she also knows and accepts this is who I am. And how important it is for me to live my adventures. For that, amongst many other things, I love her.
We are well on the way, and we are leaving shore now. We're leaving Haugesund behind us, and yes, I'm a little bit nervous. The winds are against us the next 9, 10, 11 hours before they turn southwards and give us some push towards Shetland. Whoa! Let's sit down. But I'm mentally prepared, and I have visualized how the trip will be according to the weather reports, and just navigating in between the last islands out there, and we are back in open ocean. Perfect.
The 200 nautical mile trip I reckon to take 36 hours. And in 40 hours a huge storm were about to hit Shetland, so I had no time to waste.
Okay, so we are well on our way to Shetland. Just past Utsira, the last side of land, and we are motor sailing. One reef in the main and engine. And we are just pushing towards the wind, but it's all good. 9 knots of wind, and we are a little bit off Shetland, south of Shetland, and there are quite some swells around here, so it's bumpy and it's cold. 4 degrees Celsius and 7 degrees in the ocean. So it's winter time, alright, but I love it. Wow.
Later in the afternoon, the wind started to shift, and we could point our bow a little more towards Shetland.
The wind is coming down now, but it's a lot of movement in the boat. And it doesn't help with my seasickness, I guess, so the only solution is to get out and have some fresh air. So it's pretty cold outside, still 3-4 degrees, and but I have my diesel heater going all the time to keep the heat in the cabin, but it's not really, it's like 12-13 degrees in the cabin, so it's not too hot, but it's okay considering we're mid North Sea in January, so can't complain. And I'm still using the mainsail, just we go straight against the wind now, so I'm just using the mainsail to to dampen the sideways movement of the boat in these waves.
I was getting far offshore now, and it was time to take a very important call.
Radio Sør, det var seilbåten Tessie, kaldesignal Lima Echo 3779.
Lima Echo 3779, husker du det?
Reporting to the maritime authorities about your sailing plan and estimated time of arrival is crucial. If anything happens, they will quickly deploy a search and rescue operation to find you.
Men da har jeg den informasjonen jeg trenger til, så får du ha en riktig stillas over til Shetland.
Ja, det skal jeg gjøre. Tusen takk, du. Da får du ha en god vekt videre.
Takk for det. Så tar jeg just det.
While Tessie is forwarding into the first sunset of this beautiful journey, let's take a look at the sponsor of this video, NordVPN.
Yes, and NordVPN is the safest way to protect your data, as they hide your IP address.
That means that no one can find you online to steal any personal information about you, whether you are connected to a public or private network. All you need to do is to download the app to one or up to 10 of your preferred devices. Connect to one of Nord's worldwide servers and you're instantly protected. Further on, you can engage web protection, file protection or vulnerability detection to increase your online safety against harmful apps or malware.
And I've been using it on all my devices now, my PC, laptop and iPad, and even on my PC back home where I edit these videos.
If you find your favorite show unavailable at your location, you can easily change your virtual position to a country where it is available. NordVPN also runs on all the most common platforms and operating systems. You can even get a good deal on hotels and flights by changing your location around while searching for fares and prices.
So head over to nordvpn.com/Erik Aanderaa and get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan.
And remember, it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Now let's see how life is going in the big North Sea swells.
It's a bit bumpy in here, so I just got undressed and again feel a little bit seasick. It's some big swells here. I'm just gonna have a little rest and yeah, see what happens. So the time is 16:50 and the sun is about to go down, and we are heading into almost 15 hours of complete dark now. So it's going to be a dark night for sure. Tigers with us in the Scottish scarf, and we have sailed 50 nautical miles and there is 150 to go, so it's quite a bit left, but we have the wind straight against us. We're going in a westerly direction now, and soon we will pull towards Shetland, and that's when the winds are supposed to set in. So while waiting for that, we can proceed into the dark.
Still awaiting the wind and a long night to pass. This was a good opportunity to get some cleaning done.
So I thought I could wash the toilet instead of hanging around being up to no good. Let's see what is happening outside in this world. Wow. So we are over halfway now. 85 to go and 115 sailed, and it's dead flat out here. This is the first time I've seen the ocean this flat in January. It's crazy. And we're just passing the first platforms over here. That's also a sign that we're halfway, and I think the wind is going to pick up soon now, because when it's this quiet it means usually a wind shift. Incredible. Wow. I can't believe it's January. midwinter in the North Sea like this. So I don't have a fuel gauge anymore, it's broken, so but I've done some dead reckoning, and I think I have 90 liters left in the tank of fuel. So we need to do something about that.
I carried about 80 liters of extra fuel in cans, as I was planning on a lot of motoring. That was about to change very soon.
Good measures.
And then the weather took a turn in my favor. The wind was here.
The wind is coming. Yeah. Finally some wind. So let's get that foresail out.
I was relieved to know that the wind would take over from here, and I could silence the engine after 24 hours of motoring. Now we were really getting somewhere. We were closing into Shetland now, with only 47 nautical miles to go, and soon enough the wind picked up, leaving me heeling over, being overpowered.
The wind is picking up as expected, and boat is heeling over. So I'm gonna need to get dressed and reef the mainsail. So this is the first time I'm gonna reef the mainsail with the new Shetland slider system. So I'm excited to see how easy it slides down towards the mast now compared to before. So let's get dressed.
Keeping dry and warm in these cold environments is crucial, as it takes a long time to dry up if that one wave hits you. Big thanks to my Seek foul weather gear for looking after me.
Firstly gonna tie up the jib sail. And then I will release the mainsail as far as possible. Okay. Now let go of the mainsail halyard here. Release the clutch for the mainsail halyard, and then let the sail down.
I let go of the halyard, and suddenly the whole sail came down by itself. This sliding system is amazing.
Okay, and this comes into this, like that. We will now take the mainsail back up again. That slides so well. Wow, so easy to hoist. Incredible. Take the rest by winch.
Then the aft reefing line on the mainsail needs to be tightened.
Something like that, maybe. 6.5 knots. 27 miles to go now. So we're getting there. I can already smell the smoke from the fire from the Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival. Let's go! I also want to try to take the hydrovane. Whoa! Take the hydrovane on. This is the adjustable one. Oh yeah, come on! There we go. Oh. Toss it over there. Sorry. Oh, I just need my two hands. 25 degrees healing. We should maybe take in some more head sail. Let's do the hydrovane first. Just into the wind. Some more powers on it. Maybe like that. Okay. So I made these two pulley system for the wheel instead of tying it off with a regular rope. I got these guys here. Stand by autopilot. So now I can adjust by loosening this and find a new position for the wheel. Tie it off. Now 14:08. That's a number that always pops up in my life. On bills, on receipts, on my watchman app. When I look at the time, distance, email time. When people send an email to me, often 14:08. Do you have a number like that? It's crazy.
For the record, 1408 or 14th of August is also Silja's date of birth.
So now it's 21 knots of wind. It's pretty nice out here now. The waves are not too bad, but the wind is picking up slowly. Cool, look at this. Whoa! Nice. You can see my... Whoa! I can see my unloaded spreaders is pretty loose here, just hanging and dangling. So it shouldn't be like that. I have to tighten them up again, I guess. Look at this. Let's see. Alright, 12 miles to go and the sun is on its way down again. It's 4 o'clock, so it's so funny. It goes up just over here, little arch, and then it goes down just over here again. So that's the daylight in the winter. Oh, and we're just in time. We're going to be inside about 6:30, I think. It's incredible. We are well in time for the fire ceremony on the Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival. So I can't wait to get there now. You can start to see land over here, the barred head. Oh, beautiful.
The cold weather and waves got more angry as I approached the Shetland coast, getting me soaked as I couldn't help having some action on the bow.
Let's dry up.
As I tried to get some heat back into my hands, we were now getting really close. It was time for a little celebration.
Erik from Tobermory. For Shetland and Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival 2004. Cheers. That's good. And one for King Neptune.
The good feeling of mastery never gets old. The search for it keeps you going. To see the cliffs of Bressay appear on the horizon never fails to amaze me.
So that's barred head. Amazing. Some minutes to go now and we're safe inside. take the sails down. Wow.
It was just getting dark as I closed into the coast. Luckily, I know the waters well around here, even in pitch black. The radar, in addition to my eyes, paints a pretty clear picture of the surroundings as I closed in to the city of Lervik.
Wow, so that's it. That's Lervik, Shetland. And there's nothing more to do than take the mainsail down and get into port. Let's do it. Start the engine.
I got her only 2 hours before the big storm was supposed to arrive. I tried to hide and secure Tessie as good as possible behind the breakwaters of Victoria Pier. I was also glad to be welcomed by the 3 crew members from the Norwegian sailboat Linda, who had arrived some days prior from Norway as well. Also the only other sailboat lying around here. It was great to shake some new hands within the sailing community.
Alright, so Tessie is over there, and I think I just reached the torch ceremony. I can hear some screaming up in the streets there, so I think we are just in time. Let's see.
And what do you know, just in time for the big torch ceremony, which also marks the start of the annually Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival.
Again, 3 cheers for the galley boys, the galley men. Move up. Move up. Move up.
Not a minute too late.
3 cheers for the guys in the aisle. Step back. Step back. Step back. 3 cheers for Up Helly Aa. Move up. Move up. Move up.
And then it's the party going all through the night. But this time I found it somewhat difficult to really enjoy myself. Outside, the storm was starting to evolve. It was increasing through the night, and the weather reports to get back home did not look very promising.
I woke up to 60-70 knots of wind here in the gusts, and Tessie is getting tested. I got a big scratch in her because there was a steel bit sticking out of the key here, and it scratched her up bad.
The storm kept me awake all through the night as Tessie were tossed around in her moorings. But there was one last thing that had to be experienced before leaving this fantastic island.
So off to the boating club it is. Let's see how this goes.
The Viking troopers entered to salute the end of the Up Helly Aa Vikingfestival. Followed by the local bagpipe orchestra. This gets me emotional every single time. back on board Tessie, I started preparing my mind for what was coming.
Alright, so that was it. And I had a real bad damage on my hull here. You can see it down here. Yeah. And thank you so much RNLI for lending me the fender protecting Tessie from further damage. We're gonna fix it when I get back home. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sailing to Up Helly Aa, it was a fantastic experience. I'm a little bit worn out today, I can feel that, but it's all good. And tomorrow morning we will set sail again back to Norway. And it's going to be a fresh one, 30 knots wind, downwind, and a lot of waves, and it's going to get wet. So I'm looking forward to it. But that's going to be the next video, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you soon, very soon. Bye.
I'm fully admitting my rise in fear when I took a stroll to the NAB to have a look at the conditions. Weather reports looked within the limits, but the reality would turn out to give me one of my greatest North Sea challenges so far, with winds peaking 50 knots raging over the huge ocean.
My mind has accepted the environment.
What I didn't calculate for was the enormous rising waves developing as they hit the coast of Norway.
It was a little bit of a freak wave. It tossed us a little bit around. And the waves are building crazy here now.
I ended up right in the middle of it, and it almost sent me to the gates of Valhalla.
I had a surf on 19.7 knots according to the GPS.
Luckily, I lived to tell the tale, so stay tuned for the next video. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for news and updates. Support me on Patreon or PayPal. Get your NBJS merchandise following the link in the video description. Also support me buying an NBJS Burgie by sending me an email to post@nbjs.no. See you soon, Erik.